This is Navarin, Printanier. Welcome to my first YouTube video. We'll be cooking from Mastering the Art of French Cooking. This is basically a lamb stew. Not too much on me though, because I don't know how to butcher. I didn't know how to get most of the meat off of this, and I was trying to save as much as I possibly could because it cost so much, but halfway through I was like, this is mostly fat and mostly bone, so let's just throw it out, whatever. Okay, so since we're talking about the meat, this meat cost $70. Why? Because I got rib meat. She specified in the book I shouldn't get stew meat because she's like, oh, you never really know what exactly is in it. You don't know what cut you're getting, so you should stick with, I remember she said rib meat, and then in the store I was like, okay, I should get rib meat. I wasn't paying attention to the cost of anything. I just needed to get out because it was thunderstorming outside. So then when I got to the register, he was like, all right, it'll be $72. And I was like, oh. So we spent about, I'd say maybe $120 on this meal in total. Definitely at least $100 though. And then right after this, I had to buy it all over again. The rib meat was fine because it was frozen, but all the veggies had to be bought again because I got sick, and it was so close to Christmas that it just didn't make sense to make it because we wouldn't be able to eat the leftovers because there's 4 houses, okay? Both of our parents are divorced, so it was interesting, yeah. Oh my gosh, and here comes the dreaded tomato. This is the part that I think I was most confused on. So this was a pound of tomatoes that I boiled for about 10 seconds, maybe 15, to get the skin off. I was confused because I didn't know if I should add I mean, I probably wouldn't, but did she want me to do all of this and add the juice back to it? Was I just supposed to cut it up and then add that? I was kind of confused. And then on top of that, she's like, just gently squeeze it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It'll all fall out. It wasn't falling out. I had to get my finger in there and flick it out because it wasn't coming out. And I was like, what is going on? But anyways, this one where I'm digging it out looks so much better than the ones over there. Look at that. And then look at the other one. Which one would you have? Either way, it doesn't matter because I cut them up. But I think the ones where I flicked it out looks just so much better. But anyways, I digress. So the meat is out of the oven and I finally add my broth. Look how good it looks. Even here I was like, oh, this is definitely gonna be a good meal. There's no way this can't be a good meal, right? And I would just like to add, for the record, I did make this broth. It took a while, but it was so worth it. I know exactly what's in the broth instead of this random carton where you can't even see through it. Of broth in quotations, but I'm like, what's really in it? You know what I mean? Okay, now onto the potatoes. Honestly, truly, just get the little baby potatoes that are at the store. I feel like I looked them in the eye when I was shopping and I was like, no, I'm gonna follow directions and get the russet potatoes. That was the dumbest idea I've ever had in my entire life. Skip this. This was so hard. You didn't have to put it or make it into ovals, but I didn't want them to be long strips. So I was like, oh yeah, this isn't too bad. By the third one, I was over it, but I already committed, so I couldn't do anything. And as always, there's always the classic little baby onions. These are literally my favoriteest thing. They are so good and they will always be good. But yeah, as always, I boiled them, skinned them, and then put a little crust at the bottom. Carrots. Y'all know carrots. We all know carrots. So this turnip was huge, and I don't know if it was just me or what, but she was like, use 6 of them. I was like, I'm not using 6 of these. This will fill up the entire pot. Also, cut them a lot smaller than I did. You'll see in a second. I don't know why, but I cut these things huge. Okay? They were so big. And I was like, whoopsies, but they were already in the pot, so I was like, I guess look how big they are. There's nothing I can do now. It's touching all the juice. I can't do anything about it now. Whatever. Oh well, right? And don't look at these potatoes because they look wild. Look at them. Listen to my words. Just get the baby potatoes if you're gonna make this. Don't be like me. But anyways, while that went in the oven to cook, I made my green beans and my peas. Classic green beans, classic peas. Just boil them and blanch them for a little bit, and then we add them. Look at green. Boom. We add them to the pot. Get the juice all around. Soak it up. Peas in there. Look how good. This was so good. It felt like home. It felt like a good stew. I feel like this is the definition of a stew, where it's like the meat, the potatoes, the veggies. You see me drop that? Just flip it over. Look, flip it. Boom. Clean it up, and we're gonna go about our day. Act like nothing happened, okay? But anyhow, this was so good. The meat was so tender, and I'm trying to show you guys. I really am, but it would not focus. I did the little hand behind it. It was not going, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. This was so good. I miss it, and I wish I could make it again, but it just cost so much. So this is something that I do after making something from the book. I do a little review, which includes a picture, just so I can know what did it look like when I made it. Does this look appetizing? XYZ, da-da-da-da. I'm using a Polaroid high print 2x3 printer, I think. They have an app, which makes it a lot easier. You don't have to connect anything. It's all Bluetooth. But I do the name in French. I do the name in English, along with the page number and some categories. So there's 7 categories, and they're out of 50 points. Which is taste, ease of preparation, cost effective, presentation, ingredients, quality, texture, and versatility. There's some questions that go along with each of these categories to help me try and get a point value for the category, which I can share if you want, but the total is out of 50. So then I add my photo. The Polaroid is okay. It's okay for the time being. I'm not here to complain, but I feel like it definitely could be better, but it's okay. It's whatever. So for the scoring, I did 10 for taste. It was very good. So ease of preparation got a 7 just because I was kind of confused. And then the ingredients should have been 6 turnips and 6 carrots, but I used, I think, 2 turnips and 2 carrots, maybe? Something like that. I wrote it down. But cost effective got a 6. I just can't see myself making this weekly, maybe not even monthly, just because it costs so much. It was good, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't seem reasonable to do that once a month. Presentation, she was cute. You can't tell me she wasn't. Ingredients quality got a 4 just because there was frozen peas. I feel like it's better than canned peas, but you get it. Texture was great. Versatility was great too. Either way, this was a really good meal, and I think it might even be my number 1. So this is the recipe. I really hope you guys make this. This was one of my favorites. If you do, let me know. Did you like it? Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.